Chapter 6 Awakened Shadows. With each passing minute, the Overburdened was being continually drawn towards the looming planet. Its gravitational pull was like a powerful, unseen hand tugging them closer and closer, ensuring that escape was no simple feat. The vessel's gentle drift was beginning to feel more like an uncontrollable descent, with the planet's shadow gradually engulfing the ship's exterior viewports. The crew could feel the tension as the planet's vastness dominated their field of vision. Working on the ion drive, Trevor was finally able to get it in a functioning condition. He eagerly activated his comm. "Captain, I have some great news, sir. I got the ion drive running again." Hesbian let out a slight cheer as he heard the news. There was a smile in his voice as he said, "That is great news indeed. Well done." Allie went hastily to her station and activated the engines. The ship seemed to hum to life as a slight thrust could be felt within the ship. It lurched forward and began to move swiftly away from the enormous planet that was threatening to swallow them whole. Meanwhile, Jaxton was still patrolling around the ship trying to find any signs of Maria's whereabouts. He stopped suddenly in frustration and activated his comm. "Hey, Sofia, do you have anything on the cams? I'm not having any luck," Jaxton said in an annoyed tone. There was no response, and Jaxton tried again. "Sofia, do you copy?" he said anxiously. He waited intently for a response, but none came. "Great," he exclaimed to himself. He decided to head towards the security center to make sure she was okay. Ravi was working on the volatile cargo container, trying to undo whatever Maria had done to sabotage it. He had been making good progress when the door behind him opened. He looked back expecting to see someone enter, but no one did. The door remained open and he went to go see what was going on. Cautiously, Ravi edged towards the corridor, every step amplifying his unease. He stepped out into the corridor and shrugged after not seeing anyone when the door behind him closed. He scrambled to open it again, but the sounds of mechanical locks activating echoed through the door. Ravi banged on the door and tried to activate the unlocking system, but he was locked out. He activated his comm to talk to Hesbian. "Sir, we have another problem. The door to the cargo bay won't open. I'm locked out." "How did you get locked out?" Hesbian's surprised voice said through the comm. "I was investigating something and the door closed behind me, sir," Ravi said embarrassedly. "Stay alert, Ravi. We can't take any chances now. Security is on the way," Hesbian responded, his voice laced with concern. With a heavy sigh, Ravi leaned against the cool corridor wall. Jaxton quickly made his way to the security center to check on Sofia. When he arrived at the door and activated it, the door slid open, revealing sparks flying from smashed security monitors. The small fire ignited on the chair in front of the destroyed screens. Like a phantom, Maria erupted from a dim corner, her momentum blindsiding Jaxton and sending him crashing to the floor. She was on top of him a second after, but he quickly kicked her legs out from under her and flipped her over him. She crashed onto the ground hard and he crawled on top of her, pinning her to the ground. He had hurriedly handcuffed her and began dragging her to the containment bay, then heaved her into one of the cells and locked her inside. He then headed over to put out the chair fire when he tripped over Sofia's body. It was sticking out from under a desk. He pressed 2 fingers to her neck, seeking a pulse. Relief washed over him as he found it. With swift movements, he then snuffed out the growing flames. She began to convulse and he jumped away surprised. "What's going on?" he asked himself. He activated his comm. "Captain, Sofia's been knocked out by Maria. I took her into custody, and now Sofia had started convulsing on the ground." Remembering the convulsing of Maria when he found her, he decided to lock Sofia in a containment cell as well. "What is going on?" Hesbian muttered to himself. Then he responded into his comm. "When you get a moment, Jaxton, Ravi needs you to get down to the cargo bay to unlock it for him. Maria must have locked him out." Allie tensely navigated away from the extreme gravity of the nearby planet. "One crisis averted," Allie said.